If you didn't know, Line 5 is now shut down somehow. An unoccupied transport rolled into an excavation and damaged Line 5 within 24 hours of our beloved Ford announcing cutting off energy to the US. I had Gemini create a best-case scenario for the US if the portion of Line 5 never reopens that goes under the lake, which is what Michigan has been wanting for years, and a worst-case scenario for Canada. I'll do another one for the best case for Canada. Best case scenario for the United States. The Straits of Mackinac. Underwater dual pipelines are permanently decommissioned, completely eliminating the long-standing catastrophic spill threat to the Great Lakes and Lake Michigan-Huron watershed. Michigan rapidly expands regional rail offloading infrastructure and localized propane storage hubs in the Upper Peninsula, successfully substituting pipeline natural gas liquids with domestic rail and truck distribution from Superior, Wisconsin. Midwest refineries in Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania accelerate their retooling and transition fully to domestic light sweet crude sourced via direct rail links from the Bakken Formation in North Dakota. American rail operators and freight carriers capture high-margin long-term transport contracts, driving economic growth and new specialized logistics jobs throughout the Rust Belt. The United States solidifies absolute energy independence from Canadian transit routes, gaining massive leverage in broader North American trade negotiations without suffering long-term structural shortages. Worst-case scenario for Canada. The permanent shutdown of the underwater Straits crossing leaves Western Canadian oil with zero pipeline access to Eastern Canada, permanently severing the main energy corridor to Ontario and Quebec. To avoid the shutdown US route and attempt moving even a fraction of the 540,000 daily barrels internally, thousands of heavy tanker trucks are permanently diverted onto Northern Ontario highways. Highway 11 and Highway 17 narrow two-lane corridors, subject to extreme winter storms and remote terrain, become overwhelmed by continuous heavy commercial convoys, dramatically multiplying the rate of catastrophic road collisions. A severe tanker crash releases thousands of liters of crude oil directly into sensitive northern river systems and boreal watersheds, forcing prolonged hazardous material cleanups and shutting down Highway 11 for weeks or months at a time. Closing this single trans-Canada land route completely severs the nation's east-west freight corridor, cutting off northern communities from food, medicine, and standard commercial deliveries. Sarnia refining capacity permanently collapses as rail and surface transport fail to deliver sufficient feedstock, wiping out billions of dollars in petrochemical manufacturing, plastics production, and thousands of skilled union trade jobs. Eastern Canada faces a permanent structural energy deficit, leaving commercial aviation at Pearson International starved of jet fuel and driving long-term consumer prices for gasoline, diesel, and home heating fuels to unprecedented, crippling levels.